Being too strong sounds cool until nothing challenges you anymore. When enemies show up, but you already know they don't stand a chance, life starts feeling like a never-ending tutorial level. Today, we're looking at anime where the main character is not just overpowered, but also completely unbothered. Let's get started. This is Emmaverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Let's start with number 10. The Daily Life of the Immortal King. Wang Ling is so powerful that he has to hold back just to avoid breaking reality. All he wants is a peaceful high school life, but trouble keeps following him. Whether it's school tournaments or so-called strong opponents, he deals with everything like it's just another Tuesday. He sneezes and mountains crumble. His biggest struggle? Keeping his powers hidden and not completely destroying the world by accident. Moving to number 9. The reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. After being betrayed in his past life, Seika gets reincarnated in a new world. Instead of seeking revenge, he decides to lay low and enjoy life. Of course, he's still ridiculously strong, but instead of showing off, he lets people believe he's just average. When enemies underestimate him, he barely even reacts before shutting them down with over-the-top magic. At number 8, The Legend of the Legendary Heroes. Reiner Lute has an ability that makes him one of the most dangerous people in existence. He could easily take over the world, but honestly, he just wants to sleep. He's constantly dragged into conflicts, and while he could end them in seconds, he'd rather not be bothered. His laid-back attitude clashes with the chaos around him, making his OP moments even more satisfying. Checking number 7, The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Anos Voldeguad isn't just overpowered, he's on a completely different level. He's the reincarnation of the Demon King, and from the moment he's reborn, he's already too strong for the world. People try to challenge him, but he defeats them without even trying. He even gets stabbed through the heart and just shrugs it off like it's nothing. His biggest problem? Nobody remembers who he really is, and that's more annoying to him than any actual fight. At number 6, Cautious Hero. The hero is overpowered, but overly cautious. Seiya takes being OP to another level by overpreparing for everything. He grinds levels before facing weak enemies, buys hundreds of health potions just in case, and refuses to enter any battle without a flawless plan. While other OP protagonists are bored because everything is too easy, Seiya makes sure every fight is a guaranteed win. No risks, no surprises, just absolute dominance. Moving to number 5. The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. Geniuses get bored when things are too easy, and that's exactly why Matthias, a legendary mage, reincarnates into the future. He wants to experience true challenges, but instead he discovers that magic has gotten weaker over time. Now, even though he's technically born with the weakest crest, he's still the strongest being around. The world doesn't stand a chance, and he knows it. At number 4, The Eighth Son? Are you kidding me? Wendelin von Benno Baumeister starts as the unlucky 8th son of a poor noble family, meaning he should have lived a boring, powerless life. Instead, he turns out to be ridiculously strong in magic. While everyone struggles with basic spells, he casually breaks the laws of magic without trying. Despite his immense power, he just wants to live a good life, but the world keeps pulling him into trouble. Checking on number 3, Isekai Cheat Magician. Taichi and Rin get transported to another world and immediately become insanely overpowered. While other adventurers struggle to level up, these two are basically gods. There's no real tension in their fights, they just win. Taichi in particular barely even reacts to how strong he is, treating his insane power-ups like minor inconveniences rather than life-changing events. At number 2, Jikan no Shihaisha. Time manipulation is already a broken ability, and Victor can control time itself. He fights time-eating monsters while looking ridiculously cool, but nothing ever feels like a real challenge for him. His casual approach to fights makes it clear that he's never truly worried about losing. Even when things seem serious, he remains calm, knowing he can turn things around in an instant. Finally, at number 1, Wise Man's Grandchild. Shin Wolford was raised by one of the strongest mages in history, so naturally he turns out to be even stronger. His magic is so broken that the entire world struggles to keep up with him. While everyone is amazed by his abilities, he just sees it as normal. He never really has to try, and no enemy ever poses a serious threat. His biggest challenge? Learning how to interact with normal people who aren't absurdly powerful like him. And that wraps up our list. These characters have power levels so ridiculous that even they get bored. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments.